morning, students. Up to the last lecture, we have studied some problems regarding the chapter current electricity. Now, today also we have to see some problem of this chapter. Look at problem. If two resistors having resistances of 16 ohm and 14 ohm are connected in series, okay? If potential difference of 18 volt is applied across them, calculate current flowing through the circuit and potential difference across each individual resistor. Okay, so look at what is the basic information given in this problem. That first we have to read carefully. Okay, first thought, two resistors having resistances of 16 and 14 ohm. Okay, means two resistors are given and their values are given, 16 ohm and 14 ohm. Okay, and what they are connected in series. Okay, we know we can connect resistors in two ways. First of all, series way, and second is parallel way. We see their formulas and their derivation. Okay, then what if a potential difference of 18 volt is applied across them? First what, we connect these two resistors in series connection. Okay, then what, we apply potential difference of 18 volt across them. Then what, calculate current flowing through the circuit and potential difference across each individual resistor. Okay, look at, suppose this is a one circuit. Okay, we can have like that. Okay, this is one battery and like this. Okay, suppose this is a one circuit and we connect these two resistors in series connection. Series means what? We are see difference between series and parallel connection. In series connection, what happen? We have to connect two resistors in one line, okay, or in one electrical connection. Okay, so here we connect all two resistors in one electrical connection. So we can say that these two resistors are we connect in series connection. Now look at, this is the first resistor R1 which is having value of 16 ohm, and this is second resistor which having value of 14 ohm. Due to the connection of these resistors, what happen? In between these 2 points of wire, potential difference generate. Okay, due to the connection of resistance, what happen? Potential difference generate, and V1 is the potential difference generate across this resistor R1, and V2 is the potential difference that generate due to this second resistor R2. Okay, so here in this electrical connection, what happen? Due to the resistors R1 and R2, potential difference V1 and V2 are generate. Okay, so this is the basic information is given here. And what happen? Potential difference of 18 volt. Okay, suppose this is a battery of 18 volt we are connect here. At that time we have to find out value of current flowing through this circuit and also this potential difference V1 and this potential difference V2, means potential difference across resistor first and across resistor second. Okay, so that both values we have to find out here. Okay, so first of all we have to write all the given data of the problem. Look at this word series is important. If they are say these two resistors are connected in parallel, okay, then we have to use different formulas. Okay, so we have to first read problem very carefully. We have to find out whether the resistors are series or in parallel. Okay, first of all we have to find out that very carefully. Okay, so look at all the given data. First of all, R1 is the first resistor which having value 16 ohm. Then R2 is the second resistor which having value of 14 ohm. Okay, now what do we here? We connect the two resistors in series. We know formula of equivalent resistors when they are connected in series, that is the RS. We know RS will equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus up to Rn. Okay, means what? We have to just take addition of all the resistors when they are connected in series. So here we have to find out total equivalent resistors of this resistance of this circuit when we are connect these two resistors in series connection. Okay, so look at here what happened. 16 and 14 ohm resistors are connected in series, so their equivalent resistance in series is given by R1 plus R2. If 3 resistors are there, then we have to take addition of all 3 resistors. If 4 resistors are there, then we have to take addition of all 4 resistors. But here only 2 resistors are given, that is why we have to take addition of these 2 resistors. Okay, so 16 ohm plus 14 ohm, so total 30 ohm is the equivalent resistor of this circuit when they are connected in series. Okay, so 30 ohm is the series equivalent resistance of this circuit. Okay, now what is given? Let current flowing through the circuit be I. Let us we consider I is the current flowing through circuit and potential difference across R1 and R2 be V1 and V2. Okay, we don't know, we have to find out value of current first. Okay, we don't know the value of current, so let us we call I is the value of current which is flowing through the circuit, and V1 and V2 are the potential difference across resistors R1 and R2. So we know according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So total voltage across this connection is how much? 18 volt. It is how much? 18 volt. So this V1 and V2 will be equal to how much? 18 volt. So this is the total voltage across this circuit, that is V, which is equal to V1 plus V2, that is how much total? 18 volt. How much potential difference we applied here? 18 volt, and that 18 volt is equal to how much? This V1 plus this V2. So 18 volt is the our applied potential difference. Now what we have? We have series resistance of the circuit, that is how much? 16 plus 14, 30 ohm is series resistance. Then what? The potential difference also we have, that is how much? 18 volt. So we know according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. We having value of V and value of R. Okay, value of R. So we have to calculate I, that is the current flowing through circuit, which is given by I is equal to V by R. We just have to rearrange this formula. Okay, so I is equal to V by R. We have V is equal to 18 volt and R is how much? 30 ohm. Okay, so 18 by 30, so I will be equal to 0.6 ampere. Okay, so 0.6 ampere, that much current is flowing through this circuit. Now when we are connect two resistances of 16 ohm and 14 ohm in series and apply 18 volt potential difference. Okay, so now what we have to find out again? Now here we calculate the value of current flowing through circuit. Okay, that is the first part. Now we have to find out these values of V1 and V2. Okay, we know this is the 18 volt potential difference we are applying, but due to these two resistors, that V1 is the potential difference that is across resistor R1, and V2 is the potential difference that is across R2. Okay, so we have to calculate these values of V1 and V2. We know according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So V1 will be equal to, now current is same, current is how much? I, that is the 0.6 ampere. Now change is what? Value of resistances are changed. Here 16 ohm and here 14 ohm. So according to Ohm's law, we know V is equal to IR, but potential difference across resistor R1 will be V1. Okay, so we can say that V1 will be equal to I, that is current flowing through these resistors, into value of this first resistor, that is the potential difference across this first resistor. So V1 will be equal to I into R1. I is how much? 0.6 ampere. Okay, then resistance, that is the R1, is equal to how much? That is the 60 ohm. So 0.6 into 16, which is equal to how much? 9.6 volt. So potential difference across this first resistor is 9.6 volt. Okay, now second, we have to calculate potential difference across this second resistor R2. Okay, we know value of current flowing through the circuit is how much? 0.6 volt. So V2 is the potential difference across this resistor R2. We know according to Ohm's law, V2 will be equal to I, that is the current flowing to this resistor, and R2, that is the value of this resistor. We know current is how much? 0.6 into R2, that is the value of resistor R2 is how much? 14 ohm. So 0.6 into 14, which is equal to 8.4 volt. Okay, so this is the value of this potential difference across resistor R2. Okay, so this total potential difference of 80 volt. Look at, if we take addition of these two, okay, so that will be equal to 18 volt. Okay, means this 18 volt get divided across these two resistors. Okay, this 18 volt is get divided across these two resistors such a way that we have to solve this problem. First of all, we have to calculate value of current, and second is what? We have to calculate potential difference across each resistor by simply using Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Okay, now we have to see next problem. Okay, that is what? The resistance of a conductor of length x, okay, is R if its area of cross section is small a. What is the resistivity? What is its unit? Okay, look at what is given. The resistance of conductor of length small x, means length of conductor is given, that is how much? That is this small x, and its resistance is also given, which is having value small r. Okay, if its area of cross section is small a, okay, area of cross section of that conductor is how much? Small a. Then what is its resistivity? How much its resistivity? That first we have to calculate. Then what is its unit? That also we have to write. Okay, so look at, first of all we have to write all the given data. What is given here? First of all, length of conductor and resistor is given. Okay, length of conductor is how much? Small x, and resistance of conductor is also given, that is the small r. Okay, so these two things are given in first line. Then its area of cross section is small a. Then also its area of cross section is given, that is how much? Small a. That having value small a. Now we have to calculate the resistivity of that particular conductor. Okay, we studied the concept of resistivity. Resistivity is what? Simply it is give us exact value of resistance present in particular dimension of conductor. Okay, if somewhat, suppose 100 centimeter wire is given, okay, then how much resistance present in that 100 centimeter wire, that we can exactly calculate by knowing the dimension of that wire. We know length of that wire, then we have to find out the area of cross section of that wire by using formula pi r square. Okay, that also we know. We also have its length, its resistance, and its area of cross section, then we can calculate the resistivity of that particular conductor of that particular dimension. Okay, so we know resistivity is not simply resistivity is nothing but the resistance per unit length. Okay, at per unit length, how much resistance is present in the given electrical conductor, that is nothing but the resistivity. And we know formula of resistivity is what? R into A divided by L, where R is what? Resistance of that particular conductor. A what? A is the area of cross section, and this capital L is what? The length of the given conductor. So simply here we know formula of resistivity rho, which is equal to capital R capital A divided by capital L. But now here what happened? What is the resistor of that circuit is given? That is given is how much? Small r. Okay, how much resistor is given? Small r. What is the length is given? Look at here. Length is given is how much? X. Length is how much? X. So instead of length we have to write here X. So look at here, instead of resistor R, capital R, what is resistance given in this problem? Small r. So instead of capital R we have to write capital R. Then area. Okay, in the formula area we write capital E, but now here in this problem area is given by small a. Okay, area is small a. So instead of this capital A we have to write here small a, and what? Divided by length L. Okay, but in formula length is given by capital L, but now here in this problem what? Length is represented by small x. Okay, so this length we will represent here by small x. So rho will be equal to small r into small a divided by small x. That is the resistivity of this circuit. Okay, then we know formula, that is the unit of this resistance is ohm meter. Ohm is the resistance unit, and meter is the unit of length, and resistivity is simply what? Resistance per unit length. Okay, so that is why we have to combinedly write these two units. Ohm is the unit of resistance and meter is the unit of length. Generally we say resistance is what? Resistance per unit length. Resistance we indicate by this unit ohm, and length per unit length, and length we represent by meter. So ohm meter is the unit of resistivity. Okay, now next problem we have to see, that is if 600 coulomb charge flow through an electric conductor in 10 minutes. Okay, calculate the value of current flowing through conductor. We know current is nothing but the flow of charge per unit time. Flow of charge per unit time is, we simply made definition of electric current. Okay, so charge per unit time is the formula of electric current. Okay, we can calculate electric current by using formula electric current is equal to charge divided by time. So here look at what is the given in this formula. If 600 coulomb charge means, first of all charge is given, coulomb is the unit of charge. Okay, so here 600 charge, okay, which is also represented by letter Q. Okay, so here we write Q divided by T. Okay, so charge is represented by letter capital Q here. So charge is equal to 600 coulomb, that is given in this formula. Also through electric conductor in 10 minutes means time is also given. So time is given 10 minutes. But we know for solving problems we have to use unit for time is second. MKS, S second. So we have to use second is unit for the time. Okay, but our time is given in minute. We know in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. Okay, so in 10 minutes, 10 into 60, that is the 600 seconds. Okay, so our time is how much? 10 minutes, that is the 600 seconds. Look at, whenever we solve problem, then we have to follow these rules. We cannot take directly time in 10 minutes. Okay, so these are the rules that we have to follow when we solving problems. Okay, so time is 600 seconds. We know electric current is nothing but the charge per unit time, that is the charge divided by time, which is formula is nothing but the Q divided by T. I is equal to Q divided by T. So I, that is the current, is equal to charge. Charge is how much? 600 coulomb divided by time. Time is how much? 600 seconds. Okay, so 600 divided by 600 is how much? 1. And we know unit of electric current is what? Ampere. Unit of electric current is what? Ampere. So if 600 coulomb charge is a flow through electric conductor in 10 minutes, means 1 ampere current is flowing through that electric conductor. Okay, it is easy problem, but we should know this formula. Okay, so look at this problems topic are over now. From next lecture we have to start new chapter. Okay, but here look at, you have to write all the formulas, okay, of this chapter. Look at, these formulas are very important of this chapter. This current electricity part up to you have 12th standard. In 10th standard also we have to use this formula, 11th standard this formula, 12th standard, and further above also we have to use this part. Okay, so look at, this is very important. So first of all you have to write all the formulas of this chapter in our notebook. Look at, formulas are very important, so you have to write all that formulas in your notebook. Okay, and try to remember it. Okay, because problem generally ask in examination that based on these formulas. Okay, if we know formula, then we can very easily calculate the value of asking somewhat one part. Okay, so it is, problem topic is over now. From next lecture we will start new chapter. Okay, thank you.